Okay, this is the Vacupack Elite. It is obviously stainless steel. It is our top of the line in the suction style machines. The Vacupack Elite is our strongest, most robust machine for this suction style market. It's a very easy to operate machine. It has just a channel gasket in here, and the heat wire is designed to seal bags even though they're a little bit damp. We'll show you that in just a second. But just to give you an idea how easy this machine is to operate, we'll just hit an automatic mode and let the machine take over and do everything all by itself. So this will draw a good solid vacuum. The automatic mode runs the heat cycle when a sensor tells it that it's created a vacuum. Again, this machine will also seal the bag, and then it goes into a cool down time where the heat cycle has where the heat seal is allowed to cool before the machine actually lets go of it. Let me show you how this machine will handle a bag when it's slightly damp or wet. And once again, the hardest thing you can get any of this style of machine to do is to seal a bag when it's a little bit damp or has some moisture attached to it. Once again, if you're doing things like clams or mussels that have a great deal of moisture in them, chances are you're not going to be able to get even those to seal if they are too wet. But the Vacupack Elite, because of its domed heat seal wire, allows it to seal even though things are somewhat damp. So we've moistened up a towel. I'm going to lay that open end of the bag just inside the channel. And this time we're going to run a manual type of setting, because when you have moisture and that kind of stuff on these bags, you want to be able to adjust when you run the heat cycle. So once you see that juice start to climb up through there, in this case we're going to increase the seal time and run the heat seal. And keep an eye on those juices, and when they have stopped moving, that means the bag will be sealed. So these machines will do a lot better job on something that's real wet or damp. And even though you have a great deal of moisture coming across the heat seal, that machine sealed the bag when it was wet. So if you have moisture landing in your channel, pull the gaskets out, mop up the juices. And you know, these machines were designed with the avid sportsman in mind, so when you're playing around with stuff that's pretty wet and damp, their cleanup is real easy. The stand-up tube allows you to suck a great deal of juice into the machine before you ever have to worry about sucking juice into the pump and the motor. And this machine also features a moisture trap off to the side here, which will collect juice before it gets to the pump. So these machines are very well protected. The seal wire is raised so that it will crimp the bag shut and give you a good solid seal, even though your bag is wet. They're a very stylish looking machine, as you can tell. The controls on them are real easy to operate. The on-off button will turn the machine off, in which case you have a solid green light here which tells you the machine is in its standby mode. When you push and hold that button down, the green light will turn off and all the rest of the lights will light up, and then it will come back to its default setting of number 3. Now, because this machine has an upgraded heat seal bar in it, I like to adjust the heat seal time down to a number 2 if you're just running dry bags or things that don't have a lot of moisture in them. You can run about a number 2 setting is just fine for most everything that you do that's a little bit dry. Food storage has become a big issue lately. The price of food is going way up, and it's awfully expensive to feed your family these days. One of the ways a vacuum packer can help you is to allow you to seal up packages and keep them fresher longer, which means you can take advantage of specials or when things are on sale. You just buy ahead of time, vacuum pack it and store it, and that way it doesn't go bad. So on the internet these days, there's an awful lot of people showing how much stuff they have in their storage area. But unless, packages like this that come from the store, while they are tightly sealed, They really don't have UPS arriving at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
You need to go?
Well, I just need to tell him there's just one there that he can grab, I think. It's the only thing. I don't think Holly did anything.